Here's a reading from the Torah. This is Deuteronomy chapter 5. Moses summoned all Israel and said to them, "Listen, Israel, to the decrees and laws that I shall declare in your hearing today. Learn them and carefully observe them. The Lord our God forged a covenant with you at Horeb. Not with our ancestors did the Lord forge this covenant, but with us who are here today. All of us alive. Face to face from amid the fire, the Lord spoke to you at the mountain. I was standing between the Lord and you at the time to tell you the word of the Lord. Because you were afraid of the fire and did not go up the mountain, he said, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slaves. Have no other gods than me. Do not make for yourself a carved image or likeness of any other gods than me. Do not make for yourself a carved image or likeness of any creature in the heavens above, or the earth beneath, or the water beneath the earth. Do not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, demand absolute loyalty. For those who hate me, I hold the descendants to account for the sins of the fathers, to the third and fourth generations. But to those who love me and keep my commands, I shall act with faithful love for thousands. Do not speak the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold guiltless those who speak his name in vain. Guard the Sabbath to keep it holy, as the Lord your God has commanded you. 6 days you shall work and carry out all your labors, but the seventh is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it do no work at all, neither you nor your son or your daughters, your male or female servant, your ox, your donkey, nor any other livestock, or the migrant within your gates, so that your male and female servants may rest as you do. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God brought you out of there with a mighty hand and an arm stretched forth. That is why the Lord your God has commanded you to keep the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother, as the Lord your God has commanded you, so that you may live long and that you may be well and may go well for you in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not bear false witness against your neighbor, do not crave your neighbor's wife, do not set your desire in the neighbor's house or field or male or female servant, his ox, his donkey, or anything else that is your neighbor's. The Lord spoke these words with a loud voice to your whole assembly at the mountain from amid the fire, cloud, and thick darkness, and he added no more. And he wrote them on 2 stone tablets and gave them to me. When you heard the voice out of the darkness while the mountain was ablaze with fire, your tribal leaders and elders came to me. They said, The Lord our God has shown us his glory and greatness. We have heard his voice from within the fire. Today we have seen that God may speak to a person and that person still live. But now must we die? For this great fire will consume us. If we hear the voice of the Lord our God for any longer, we will die. For what mortal has heard the voice of the living God speaking from within the fire as we have and yet lived? You go near and listen to all that the Lord our God says. Then tell us all that the Lord our God tells you, and we will heed and do it. The Lord heard your words when you spoke to me, and to me the Lord said, I have heard the words this people have spoken to you. They did well to speak as they did. If only they would have such a mind as this always, to hold me in awe and to keep all my commandments, so that it might be well for them and for their children forever. Go, tell them to go back to their tents. But if you stay here by me, and I will tell you all the commandments, decrees, and laws that you shall teach them, so that they may keep them in the land that I am giving them to possess. Take care to do as the Lord your God has commanded you. Do not turn aside, neither to the right nor to the left. Follow only the path that the Lord your God has commanded you, so that you may live and it may be well for you, and your years may be long in the land that you are to possess. That's the Torah. That is Deuteronomy chapter 5. There it is in Hebrew right there. Be blessed.